Do you ever join Royale High and think this game does not live up to its name? Royale High seems to be more modern than Royale, but is that a bad thing? No, although I do notice some people not agreeing with how modernized it's becoming. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the evolution of more modernized outfit trends in Royale High. Disclaimer, I'm doing this from memory and just from my experience. Since I joined, I'll be covering trends from 2021 until now. Smiley face. Enjoy! Let's start off in mid-2021. This was when I joined and got super into the game. I could definitely tell everyone had a unique sense of fashion. And I noticed even though there was a possibility to make something fantasy-themed, people still knew how to use certain items to make them look casual. Let's recreate my earliest memory of a casual Royale High fit. I'll try and make it as accurate as possible. Here I'm going to choose Boss Babe for my hair. This used to be one of my favorites. Now we'll be adding some items together. Have you guessed which trend I'm doing yet? That's right, it's the Moan Sherry Jeans hack. For this trend, all you would have to do is use the tights toggle with Moan Sherry heels and color them using a denim pattern. I also saw the heels paired with Miss Lady Rose corset quite often. It was super cute. And this is sort of what a modern outfit used to look like. Smiley face. It was also really nice to pair this outfit hack with the puffy jacket as well. I still really like how it looks. Another trend I remember from this era is when people used to only color the shorts in a denim pattern for the pop star heels. Although I didn't see this one as much as I saw the Moan Sherry hack. Still looks pretty cool. Okay, this next one I'm gonna show you is groundbreaking for Royale High players.
At least back in my days it was.
What you had to do for this hack was to change your body type to a character called Wendy. Then on top of the Moan Sherry heels, you would add mix-match socks for a bootcut jean hack. Of course, color the socks the same as the Moan Sherry heels. And that's how it's done, if I remember correctly. This trend was found by someone called 11inov on TikTok. This was an old video of me trying it. But when I go to their TikTok page, it won't load. I'm not sure if their account exists anymore. At the time, this was massive. If I could describe that era using one image, it would be this. Yay boy! Now let's move on to early 2020 to modern fit hacks and trends. Early 2022 is when we saw a few items get toggles for pants, which made it even easier to make casual fits, such as the pop star heels. Of course, we got a new set, Opposites Attract, which also had a pants toggle. Oh, and along with the OS set, they dropped a big update for the cookie loafers. Now this is when we would start using the leg warmers to make it look like bootcut jeans again. But they got this update after they went off sale. So do you know what happened?
Bruh.
They were being sold for $100,000 at one point. But I'm grateful for that cause I was able to profit trade them. Anyways, this is another hack people would use. This was to make the jeans look baggy. We paired the Polar Cutie leg warmers with cookie loafers to achieve this look. Plus the Slay It bodice came in really handy for casual outfits as well. I remember I was so hyped when it came out. And that was the last update we got for a while. In terms of any new items, like this was before the Dewdrop update. Lasted like half a year lol. It was a very dry period of time. But when we finally did get some new items, which was in October. Again, it was groundbreaking for those who like a more casual fit, or just anyone tbh. The Whimsy Witch set dropped and Bat Mo heels got an update, and the amount of toggles they all had combined was crazy at the time. 36 toggles on one pair of heels. It was insane. I started crying. The Whimsy Witch set had a lot of options that could help people make modernized fits, especially the baggy pants. Some people would again add the Polar Cutie leg warmers for a more baggy look. The Batmo heels are pretty self-explanatory. There was one particular trend that got quite popular after the Halloween items came out, and that was to pair Whimsy Witch corset, steampunk belt, and one of the steampunk skirt toggles to create a low-rise jean hack. People would often, and they still do, use the Whimsy Witch corset as a torso instead, as they think it added more shape to their character's body. I often saw this being paired with the steampunk bodice. The two corsets go very well together. Anyway, this was back in late 2022, early 2023. After this, it was also very dry until the new school dropped. And after we got new items for Glitterfrost, thanks to the fabrics provided, it has become easier to create low-rise jeans, skirts, and shorts. Again, The whimsy witch corset still gets used for its shape. We now have so much customizability with the snow swan heels that we can create almost anything. The rest is pretty self-explanatory with the amount of toggles some sets have. Hey, what happened to my arms? So now let's see how far Royale High has come. Big glow up. And now to answer the question, why doesn't Royale High seem so royal anymore? How did most players go from ball gowns to jeans and crop top? There's a lot of factors. A lot is probably to do with the increase of customizability within items. As you can see, they've added a lot of toggles with each new set. Seems like there is more and more every time. Could be to do with age too. I know a lot of players way before I joined Royale High used to come here to have a mermaid, princess, or fantasy kind of role plays, and some of these players have probably grown out of it. I think in recent years, sets have become more focused on fashion rather than the themes of royalty in the title of the game, with it having more focus around fashion than the fantasy aspects. It's likely that it'll also follow fashion trends that happen in real life too. Like Y2K for example. Y2K is having a big comeback. I see lots of Y2K themes in different dress-up games too other than Royale High. Some people say that it isn't royal anymore. I would have to say I disagree about it not being royal anymore. Emphasis on the anymore. I think modern and casual fits have always had a place in the game. You just had to style them correctly and find the right patterns, etc. It's not royal anymore to an extent, as some recent sets have seemed much more casual, although some still have options to make the items look more elegant. Overall, it just depends on the person playing and their individual sense of style. Aside from the in-game fashion, the architecture and build still feel very royal if anything, but I think we can all agree the one thing that's definitely royal in Royale High is the prices. Anyways, one last disclaimer. Just because people are choosing to do more casual outfits does not mean it's a bad thing. Just that there are more possibilities for styles now, and I love seeing different styles.